On this episode of the Best of Bias Podcast, yours truly will be going over sports and pop culture topics from the last few weeks. Episode 269, Season 4. You already know what it is. Your boy is back. Hope you guys are ready. Action-packed episode today. Critics Choice Awards, football playoffs, basketball check-in, a lot of stuff to talk about and a little bit of time to do it. So, hey, let's get right to it. It's the Best of Bias Podcast. Where that theme song at? Let's get it.
It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to unite us. It's the best of bias. The best of bias. It's the best of bias.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for being here today. Of course, it's the Best of Bias Podcast starring yours truly, Lydell Dinero, the man with the plan, with the script in his hand. You already know what I'm saying. I missed y'all, man. I'm gonna get right to it, man. I had a really bad day. Really bad day. B-Ron's gonna attest to that. You know what I'm saying? I had to give her a phone call today. It just weighed really heavy. I didn't know if I was gonna make it here today. It was one of those, man. But of course, nothing makes me stress-free. Nothing makes me feel better like coming and talking to y'all today. So I just felt like I could be vulnerable real quick, man. I just want to let you guys know I need y'all today. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys. I want to thank you guys for always being here. You know, I usually check up on your mental health, but I'm letting y'all know today mine ain't the best. So I'm here to kind of just for a therapy session with y'all, if you will, man. I ain't too macho to say that. Sometimes the days be kicking my ass, man. Having to work, having to try to do a whole bunch of stuff and dealing with the stresses of the day. I know you guys are seeing what's going on in the world, social media, what's going on in the news. All that shit's already draining as it is. But I feel like it just takes a ripple effect on the shit that goes on around me. What the is that on my face? So it just was really draining, and I was at a point today where I don't know. I wouldn't say I was gonna make a bad decision or anything like that, but I was just at the breaking point of decisions have to be made type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to explain. I'm kind of being vague here, but I'm just happy to be here with y'all. Hopefully y'all is doing better than my day was, because I'm here to hopefully vibe off for y'all and feel better as I give out this information that I like to give y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got plenty to talk about today. We got football playoffs is starting. Week 18, the season closed out, so I got plenty of stuff to say about that. Man. Coaching situations have started, and people have been fired. Some people have not been fired. I'm going to repeat. Some people have not been fired. NBA is in full swing. There's some shit happening. Incredible stuff. The NBA is always full of developments. But really, we got some cinema corner today. We got some pop culture today. We talking about the Critics Choice Awards. A lot of my favorite actresses and actors have got some awards. There are some snubs. There are some what the fucks. So it's a lot of stuff to talk about today. But I hope everybody's doing good whenever you listen to this podcast. Thank you for being here. Episode 269, the second one of 2026. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? For all my family members that have been here since 2019, thank you so much. For all the new listeners, hey, welcome. It's the Best of Bias Podcast. I've been spreading love around, kind of trying to get people hyped, you know what I'm saying, in my Discords here and there, on my Twitch and stuff like that. Man, I'm trying to get the podcast more out there. So everybody that's listening for the first time, welcome. It'll be a good show. I promise you guys. And all my people that's always here, the family members, let's get into some shit. Yeah, AKA might be on the next episode too. Shout out AKA for the YouTube. I always want to tell you guys to pay attention to the YouTube and stuff like that at the beginning, because I always wait till the end and you be like, where do you find this wonderful nigga at? Where is he at? Yeah, let me drop my shit. So YouTube, for sure. It's of course the Best of Bias there. Like, subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss any videos. YouTube, y'all been so good to me. I've been so happy, dropping like 200 plus episodes. on YouTube since I've kind of transitioned into this new new studio area. But it's been great. It's been great. Blessed to be here. Blessed to see another day. Let's get into shit. I'm just blabbering. I drank a Red Bull, so I'm a little hyped too as well. You know what I'm saying? So we back. NFL Week 18 is in the books. The season is over. Playoffs are made. Week 18 was full of games that really didn't matter. Some that mattered a lot. My heart. I can't even talk about this without just getting bitter as hell right now. So bear with me as I struggle through this NFL Week 18 news before we get into the playoffs and shit like that. Starting with the Saturday games. Fuck, our game was first, so I guess my heart's gonna break right now. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. We come into a rainy ass game, and the rainy games are always our worst. It's Saturday morning. It was at 9 o'clock, I believe. Was it a 9 o'clock game or some bullshit like that? When I thought it was gonna be like at 12 or some shit. Anyways, the Buccaneers come out and they show me a little life. You know what I'm saying? Last game we played against, who did we play last week? Miami, when we lost. We looked like shit. We look like absolute shit. Last time we played the Panthers, we looked like absolute shit. So I thought coming into this game is going to be more of the same. I have lost faith in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year. Todd Bowles, if our coaching stays the way it's been, we lost 7 of 8 or 6 of 7. 6, 7. That's right. And we get to the end of the season and we have to win one game. Of course, this gets the Panthers because our whole second slot of the season where we were supposed to win every game to actually make the playoffs and solidify the NFC South for the 5th straight time. Yeah, those games, after we lost to the Patriots, Bills, and Rams, were like, okay, it's all good. There's a backstretch of games with a bunch of bad teams. We'll beat them and lock the division up early. Didn't happen. After the bye, I think we lost fucking 6 straight games. Like, it was terrible. It was terrible. Me personally, I felt like we didn't deserve to make the playoffs because of how shitty we've looked. I've never seen a defense so inept in my life, dog. Everybody else's defense, even the bad teams, their defense at least looks okay sometimes. Our defense has looked bad all season. We can't stop anybody in the secondary. Like, it's same shit. I'm sorry. You guys have been hearing me talk about the Buccaneers forever. You know, beginning of the season we were 6-1. So I thought a lot of our fucking misfortunes were mended in the offseason with getting DBs, getting extra D linemen to do shit like that to get a pass rush so our DBs didn't have to cover so long. And then adding the weapons of Emeka Egbuka, since Jason Light's supposed to be a genius and you're grabbing an offensive weapon when we already have hella receivers instead of grabbing some pass rush or maybe even a linebacker that we need after you cut Devin White and we don't have nobody in the middle of the field. KJ Britt's cut. Sebastien Dennis is asshole. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up to say about you, brother. I don't even know. I didn't even know what I was going to say. Asshole is kind of crazy. But it's just trash. Levante David, that's my dog. I will never say anything about Levante David, bad about Levante, but he's getting a little long in the tooth, you know what I'm saying? So the mistakes. He's really mistake prone. Missing tackles, not being able to stick with young tight ends coming across the middle. It's like, we needed linebacker help. We were mocked, Jahad Campbell all season. All off season. And you just pass up on him for a specialty position we didn't need. And he goes to the Eagles and he's damn near defensive rookie of the year. Balling. And now our weakest part of our defense is our linebacking core. What the fuck is happening? And our strength was supposed to be our offense, but we can't score on offense. We're 5 receivers deep, 3 running backs deep, an offensive line that's been hurt all year. You have to shuffle some pieces around. But fuck, with all those weapons, they can't cover everybody. That's the whole thing about football, right? If you have a whole bunch of good players, you know, they're not going to have a whole bunch of good defenders to be able to cover all the good players you have. You know what I'm saying? What happened? It's coaching. We got a first-time offensive coordinator, Josh Grizzard. I don't necessarily know, you know, if he's bad or good yet. 1 year, you can't really, I wouldn't judge him that much. But Todd Bowles, this is his 5th year as the head coach. 4th year. We had Bruce Arians who stepped down and gave the reins to him. And it's been the same shit every year. No motivation for the players, especially not on field. You know what I'm saying? We be doing shitty on the field. He's so buddy with his coordinators. I don't even see him get mad at them. Special teams was terrible. You know, Josh Grizzard calling bullshit ass run plays up the middle with Bucky when they should be throwing tosses. Rashad will get a 39-yard carry, and then they go put in Sean Tucker the next play and not even giving them more carry. It's just crazy. So disorganized. You know what I'm saying? We're the laughing stock of the NFL right now, bro. NFC South, you know, I don't even think we're that trash. Record does reflect that, but I feel like some of the teams and some of the players on these teams are pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say from top to bottom in every other division all the players are good. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll stop saying, you know what I'm saying, because that's kind of crazy. But I just get kind of passionate when I'm talking about these Buccaneers. I haven't even talked about the game yet. You know what I'm saying? I said it. But the game was okay. The game was okay. It was just really rainy. You know, in rainy games, you can't really do shit. We were able to run the ball. Bryce Young made enough mistakes. Shout out Jacob Parrish. He's the truth. If there's anything good about the team right now, the young corners we have are making a name for themselves. And as they develop, I think we'll have a good, little core back there if we keep everybody in place. But everything else on that defense, the D-line, we need to get some more hitters. Kalijah Kancey, stay healthy. When David Walker comes back, hopefully can add to Yaya Diaby. I don't know how long we're keeping Hassan Reddick, but we have to draft a pass rusher or a middle linebacker or some shit like that. A box safety that can step down. Sonny Styles is who you're going to hear me talk a lot about in this offseason, but something has to happen. We ended up winning the game 16-19. But there's this shit throughout the game that we almost lost, just like we lost all the other games to the Saints, to the Falcons. We lost like 4 or 5 games that we needed to win by a total of 11 points. You know what I mean? Shit's stupid. And it's little mistakes that should be coached out of these players, but we don't ever see coach getting on the players. We don't ever see any development or any progression from doing stupid shit. And he just sits there with his arms crossed with a stale face. Like, we need a coach that'll get in the player's face and motivate them to be better. And I don't think we've done that at any parts of the season. You have Mike Evans risking his body, coming back from a broken clavicle and a concussion before he probably needed to, just to help you guys try to make the playoffs, and you're making stupid ass mistakes. 3rd and 28. Okay. Giving up 14 yards on 3rd and 28 is okay, but then 4th and 14 after that to give up the first down after that, it's just trash football. It's trash football. And the Panthers have been doing good this year too. So, you know, them winning the division, I'll get there in a second how they did win the division, but they're on our heels last year making little developments with Dave Canales going over there, our offensive coordinator that we should have kept. But anyways, yeah, the Panthers, they have good young players, but we were clearly the better team. And we actually beat them the second time when we needed to. But since we lost those other bullshit games before that, we had to hope for the Falcons to lose to the Saints. And the Saints were sitting all their players purposely because they want a draft pick. And a lot of their players were hurt. So the chances of them winning were really slim. And what made it even worse, I'll get to the game a little bit later. Actually, let me talk about the game right now. Actually, I have the scores here. Again, the Buccaneers won and handled their business at home, won 19-16. But when the Falcons and the Saints played, of course, the Falcons are going to Falcon because they always do Falcon things. You know about the Super Bowl, how they were up 28-3 against Brady, lost that game. And this various times throughout history, they're not able to hold a lead. Well, they don't have Kyle Shanahan now, so I guess they ain't got to worry about that. A little shot at the 49ers. Bang, bang, bang. No pun intended. Yeah, but the Saints... Tyler Shuck, shout out Tyler Shuck. He was a longtime Oregon Duck who transferred over to Louisville because he wasn't getting no play time. I think he played behind Justin Herbert and then ended up being behind Bo Nix too. So he was like, nah, I gotta go. And he actually got 2 years out there in Louisville and he got noticed, man. He's been doing good for the Saints for a little bit, you know what I mean? Holding it down for him, winning some games he shouldn't be winning. But just kind of solidifying the Saints and letting them know that they actually made a good choice with taking him as their quarterback. People were thinking about who's going to be better, Spencer Rattler? Should we, after Derek Carr left, everybody was in shambles. But yeah, they're doing a little thing for themselves. But I'm pissed. I'm pissed though. Tyler Shuck, you didn't have to throw that pick. Y'all was in the red zone. Y'all could have scored to go up. You had our hearts on a string. The Buccaneers needed the Saints to win to even make the playoffs, even though we didn't deserve it. But the Saints were able to win, were able to lose the game. The Saints were able to lose the game. I guess that is what happened because shit, they want to lose to keep that draft spot. So yeah, the Falcons won, and they're fans. They're fans, bro. They got at us right away, hit us in our community, talking shit about, oh, you guys are the top of the NFC South. Y'all lost I think it was 8 of 9. Lost 8 of 9 down the stretch is the craziest shit I've ever seen. Craziest shit I've ever seen. Starting off 6-2. It's nuts. It's nuts. And they're keeping the fucking coach. The Falcons fired their coach after beating us in that game. Like, there's so many coaches that have been fired. John Harbaugh has been fired. Pete Carroll got fired. Kevin Stefanski got fired. These are all, like, Super Bowl winning coaches of the year. Like, it's crazy. And we're keeping Todd Bowles. We're keeping Todd Bowles. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. People herald him as this defensive guru, but our defense has been the worst thing about our team for the last fucking 3 years. Ever since Brady lost. He won that Super Bowl with Brady, and then everything went downhill from there. Then we fucking gave up that fucking long pass to Cooper Kupp. Stupid ass defense. Then we give up some long ass pass against Detroit in the playoffs. His stupid ass defense. It's like, fuck, get it right. Make some fucking moves in free agency. Y'all always want to stay put and think y'all drafted the best people in the world, and then these motherfuckers is injury prone. Shit is crazy, dog. Shit is so crazy. I be putting on for these motherfucking Buccaneers, and y'all just embarrass me every fucking year. We shouldn't need Tom Brady. We have quality players. And I believe in Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? I really do believe in Baker Mayfield. It's just, he makes stupid ass mistakes in the worst times. And I blame it on him a little bit for making those mistakes, but I feel like if our game scripting was better and he didn't have to fucking make every decision cerebrally, I don't know, you know what I mean, but trying to make every decision, and if the coach was a quality offensive coordinator telling Baker where to go with the ball, scheming shit that where the first read, second read will be wide open, it just looks like a bunch of jumbled shit. Baker had to stand in the pocket, jump around, try to find an open read, not gonna find the open read, try to make a play, then he throws an interception. In the crucial times, we'll be up by fucking 12 points. Like, going into the fourth quarter, he'll throw an interception at the beginning of the fourth, and we'll lose by fucking 3. It's like the stupidest shit I've ever seen, dog. And the injuries. Let me get off the Buccaneers. I'll be sitting here talking about this shit forever, but we're in the off season. We still have Todd Bowles. Fucking John Harbaugh is available, and we keep Todd Bowles. Shit is so crazy. You gotta have pictures of the Glazers or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. And the Glazers are the owners. I'd say now, but let's talk about some other games. Let me stop being selfish. Saturday, we also had the Seahawks against the 49ers for the 1 seed. The Seahawks were able to win. Details, I don't really want to give you that many in this game because it was 13-3. Let me actually hold on. Let me just make sure that was the score because that doesn't even sound right. That doesn't even sound right. Let me go back. NFL last week. Let me see here. Sorry, y'all. I gotta know. I gotta know now. 49ers. Yeah, it was 13-3. What the fuck? Yeah, so not really much went on, man. The defenses are both good. Seahawks is a lot better. 49ers defense has a lot of injuries, but Brock Purdy, was trying to do his thing like he did the week before, but, it's a little tougher. Seahawks are on a mission this year. Jackson Smith and Jigba cannot be guarded, bro. If Emeka Egbuka can develop into anything like he is, we are set up for the future because that man is unguardable. And Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet as a 1-2 punch, those boys is getting off. Shaking. I'm a running back enthusiast. I played running back in high school, a little bit of JC in college. So I love when running backs go out there and get busy and can make a name for themselves. I love that shit. Kenneth Walker, people doubted him. Charbonnet, people doubted him. Them boys is out there doing, seeing Kenneth Walker hop through those holes like that is crazy. And of course, Christian McCaffrey, he's always been the big dog. But the way the 49ers be spamming him, I didn't think that I'd be able to work forever. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping he stays healthy in this game against Philly. We'll talk about that in the playoffs as I get further into the schedule. I need to speed it up a little bit, dragging it with the teams in these games. But the 49ers are doing incredible, man. They really did overachieve this season, especially with all the injuries. They have the easiest schedule in the league this year, but with all the injuries, I like to say that kind of evens it out. and they had to do without a whole bunch of receivers, without Brock Purdy at times, without their key players on defense, and they're still able to compete for the 1 seed. So that's very, very impressive, and kudos to them. But it's going to be really tough in the playoffs. It's going to be really tough in the playoffs. Not only is the competition going to increase, it's just those holes that they do have from those injuries will really start to show a little more there. Robert Saleh is great. But those holes in the defense showed against the Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? Those are the number 1 seed. Philly has a lot of shit on their offensive arsenal that can kind of exploit what they got going on, over there in San Francisco, man. They got Jalen Hurts legs. Of course, they got those receivers out there, and Stout and Diamador Lenore. They're holding it down on the outside, and their safety play is pretty good too. But the linebacking core, you have Goddard out there now, Saquon Barkley running the ball. So there's a lot of weapons they could throw at you. Excuse me, guys. A lot of weapons they can throw at you. Being the Eagles, and their defense is really good too. So Brock Purdy's going to have to be on point. Hopefully he doesn't get any seeing ghosts from last time they played the Eagles, and he got his elbow hurt, and the 49ers weren't able to. They didn't win the Super Bowl that year, or they lost in the championship game. But yeah, either way, hey man, hope may the best team win. I'll get to the matchups in a minute, but the 49ers, man, don't hold your heads for not getting that 1 seed. Though it would have been cool to be, have home field advantage, for the whole playoffs. That would be dope. And then play the Super Bowl at home. That would be the craziest shit ever. But, the Seahawks are the better team this season, the more complete team, more healthy team. So don't hang your heads, what? Cowboys got smacked up by the Giants, but this game was one of those games that didn't really mean nothing. Dak didn't play. A lot of backups played. 34-17. Green Bay lost to the Minnesota Vikings 16-3. Again, this one was one that didn't really matter either. A lot of the Green Bay Packers didn't play. They haven't played for the last 2 weeks, kind of saving it for the playoffs. Minnesota just wanted to end well. JJ McCarthy got hurt again, though, I think. And Brosmer got in the game, started fucking up right away. But they were able to hold on to the victory, 16-3. Jacksonville were just playing to try to win that 1 seed just in case the Broncos lost. I think the Broncos are still the 1 seed. But yeah, they just put the pedal to the metal, and what's my nigga's name? Trevor Lawrence continued to add to his MVP type season resume, man. 12-4 is kind of crazy. Are they 12-4 or 13-4? And their first year is pretty nuts. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them to finally getting it together. 41-7 over the Titans. The Houston Texans were able to beat the Colts 38-30. The Colts put up a good game though. It was hella close. And CJ Stroud and them were actually playing because they're trying to get, positioning in the playoffs and just stay warm. You know what I mean? Because they don't have a bye. They did end up winning. They did end up winning 38-30. And then the Cleveland Browns versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Shador ended the season. I think the Cincinnati Bengals started their starters as well. I'm pretty sure. It was 20-18. Cleveland Browns did win that game. Shador ended on top, even though Kevin Stefanski did get fired. Ownership said Shador, will be the starting quarterback going into next season. So that is going to be a big thing with the coach coming in. Hopefully they can accept that and, kind of nurture Shador's skills to make him a better player. And hopefully, the Browns next year can do something. Though they lost Judkins to a nasty injury, the receiving core, if they get a receiver, they could be nice. They have offensive line, Njoku. Running back wise, they have to draft another player probably. They have Samson. So if Samson can develop out of Clemson, maybe he can be a little something. But yeah. New Orleans, I talked about that game, and the Falcons. The Chiefs in Vegas, that game didn't really matter. Mahomes is out. It could have been Kelsey's last game, I'm not too sure. But the Raiders did win 14-12. But they did still solidify the number 1 pick by winning, you know what I'm saying? So they did go all out and try to get that victory. What else do we have here? We got Washington and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles started to back up, and Washington has been starting to back up the whole year. Pretty much. They won 24-17. New England was trying hard too, because if they won and maybe the Broncos lost, they had a chance for that number 1 seed. They won 38-10. Drake May is doing great this year. Maybe MVP, man. Who knows? It's between Drake May and Matthew Stafford, so we'll see who wins out of them. Matthew Stafford's having an incredible season. I'll talk about their game in a minute. Right now they won 37-20. Though Jacoby Brissett and the Arizona Cardinals gave them everything they can handle. Matthew Stafford was able to continue to make plays like he has been all season. And he may win MVP, and that's good for him, man. I don't necessarily want them to win the championship, but MVP would be cool because, you know, I feel like Matthew Stafford has been one of the not most underappreciated quarterbacks in the NFL, but I think he's been really underappreciated and from his flowers now. Win his championship. I think that's really dope. Let me move this down a little bit. I feel like it's too much in my bubble. What else do we have here? Broncos, they did win over the Chargers. Justin Herbert sat. So, you know, all the Broncos had to do was win, and Bo Nix had to tell everybody it's going to be cool going into the offseason, or not in the offseason, into the playoffs, and have them be a little more confident because it's been ups and downs this season for my boy Bo and those Broncos fans, man. Troy, his coming out party, yep, in a sense, and balling out. You know, of course, Sutton's there. They have Evan Ingram. The offensive weapons and the offensive firepower is there. It's just, we're going to have to see if they're able to solidify and maintain that, and Bo Nix make the plays that he was making towards the end of the season. We're going to have to see, though, because I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do that. Sorry, I keep doing stuff over there, but I'm back. Let's see here. Detroit and Chicago. Chicago was playing for seeding too, because, well, they obviously can't win the 1 seed, but I think actually they were already locked into their seed because the two NFC West teams were had better records than them, so they were locked into the, I would say, 3 seed. Yeah, the 3 seed. But they did win. Detroit won. You know, because Detroit was eliminated last week, so they tried to save face and look cool in this game, and they did look good, but they didn't score like they usually do. They won 19-16 though. Bills, another one of the teams that was trying to play for the 1 seed. They won 35-8 over the Jets. The Jets are the Jets. Anthony Glenn is still the coach. So, hey, shout out to him for that. It was his first year, so you can't blame him too much. And Philadelphia lost to the Washington Commanders. Did I already say that? I did. And then the last game of the night, which was the craziest of the night, the Steelers and the Ravens, man. They were playing to see who wins the AFC. What is that? AFC North? No. AFC, not South. East? Is it AFC East? No. What is this division? AFC West. AFC West? No. What is it? AFC East, North, South. Yes, AFC East. That's what it is. AFC East. AFC East. No, that's the Patriots. Whatever fucking division they're in. The Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers were playing for that last spot in their division. Winner gets in. It was a crazy game. Kind of boring up into the last couple of minutes. They're going back to back to back. Lamar Jackson shakes 2 players, throws a bomb to Zay Flowers. He scores. Aaron Rodgers throws a bomb to Calvin Austin. He scores. Then somehow Zay Flowers gets back open. He scores again. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know if he actually scored that time, but he got in field goal range to actually win the game. And then Tyler Loop misses the field goal at the last second. It was fucking devastating. Lamar Jackson misses the playoffs again due to a play that should have been made, and his teammate blew it for him, resulting in John Harbaugh being fired. Him kind of having to talk about his future with the Ravens. People kind of doubting that, thinking that they'll move him. It's just kind of cloudy over there in the Ravens. This is Derrick Henry's last year. You know what I'm saying? So this year in the AFC, there's no Patrick Mahomes. There's no Lamar Jackson. There's no Joe Burrow. Josh Allen, if you can't do it this year, man, you just got to go through Bo Nix, Justin Herbert, 2 Oregon boys that you're probably not going to get to, but you should. And you got, who else is it? I keep forgetting, Trevor Wallace? Trevor Lawrence. Man, I'm drawing a blank. Trevor Lawrence. So, you should beat all those guys. You should definitely beat all those guys. You should be meeting a team. I don't know who's going to come out of the NFC, man. There's some good teams in the NFC, but so I think the Bills may win the championship. I don't know. They don't have a number one receiver, but I'll talk about the matchups in a second. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers move on. Tomlin saves his job. Yeah, people thinking he was gonna get fired if they didn't make the playoffs. Yeah, sad day out there to be a Ravens fan, but Pittsburgh Steelers move on. And with that, the playoffs are as follows. We have the wild card round starting this Thursday, I think. And we're going I'm lying. We starting on Saturday. The Rams at Carolina at 4:30 on Fox. Of course, I think the Rams are going to win this game. Panthers barely made the playoffs. They lost to the Bucks. And the Rams smacked the shit out of us. So I think that's going to be a mopping. Devontae Adams is going to be back. Sean McVay is going to have him right. Puka's going to ball out. Yeah, sorry, Panthers, but that's why if we would have made the playoffs, we would have got smacked again by them, and it would have been embarrassing. So they're playing that one early to get it out the way. And then they have on Saturday Green Bay at the Bears. Probably a really good game. It's going to be on Prime. Hope you guys got that. I'm picking the Bears in this one. I've seen a lot more from the Bears that I can be confident about with Ben Johnson. A lot of the Packers players have been hurt. Micah Parsons hurt. Jordan Love has been hurt. Jacobs has been hurt. Of course, Watson has been hurt. Every other receiver on that team gets hurt every other day. Reed, they all get hurt. So I don't really have, their defense is cool, but I don't have the most confidence in them. I think Caleb has made a big progression. That defense is coming on with Josh sweating them. Yeah, I think the Bears are going to win that game. And then we have Buffalo at Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville has a chance. They're at home, of course, against the Bills, but Josh Allen has to win this. He has to do his thing, man. I think that offense will have it cooking. They don't have a number one receiver. James Cook, him using his legs. Their kicker, their defense will put it together. I feel like they don't have the best defense either, but they got Joey Bosa. They got some stalwarts out there with the Bills. So I think they'll be okay in that aspect. And, they have a chance. And I think they're favored. They would be favored. I don't have the spread here, but I got the Bills winning this game. In the San Francisco at Philly, I think Philadelphia wins this game. Sorry, 49ers fans, but I talked about their injuries and how they really overachieved this year to actually get to be that number 2 seed. Or not number 2 seed, whatever seed they are. The high seed they are. They're playing for the 1 seed. So whatever seed that they are now, like they earned it, you know what I'm saying, for playing hard. So you never know. And the Eagles sometimes do underachieve. So I can't guarantee that the Eagles are gonna show up and, do what they're supposed to do. Solid could have that defense right, shut Jalen Hurts and the tush push down. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a good game, but I think the Eagles do win this game. I don't have them repeating as the champions. No way at all do I have that, but I do have them beating the 49ers. We have the Chargers at the New England Patriots. Man, I'm going to go for my boy Justin, but I think they have too many injuries, man. So I think New England at home will be able to get it done. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? We're going to see. It's going to be Drake May's first playoff game. It's a whole new team. We'll see how they perform. But Chargers again, all their linemen are hurt. Their defense can do their thing at times, but without a line, Justin Herbert's be running for his life. I think Justin Herbert actually needs to win a playoff game just for his legacy. He can't make it to the first round and lose all the time. So for him and Jim Harbaugh, I think it'll be great for them to win this game, but it's going to be really, really tough. And I would like for them to win this game. Don't get me wrong, just because the Patriots won all the championships already. Drake May is young. If he wins it, or I don't think he's going to win MVP, but for him to be in the MVP running and them to try to win the Super Bowl in his second year, that's a little much too fast. And I'm not ready to hear that from the Patriots fans quite yet. So I'm hoping Justin Herbert can hold it down and get that shit done. Houston at Steelers. Oof, this is going to be an interesting one because they both have good defenses. Houston's defense is better. I'm not going to lie about that. But it's just going to be interesting to see what Aaron Rodgers is able to do. But Aaron Rodgers is built for this shit, man. He's built for the moments. And having DK Metcalf back and seeing how that offense has been rocking in the last couple of weeks, Warren and Gainwell are nice. Well, I've never really realized how good fucking Warren was. That, bro, I'm going to keep it quiet for now, but that may be a pick from fantasy, a little sleeper right there. Jaylen Warren, that boy be running, boy. Sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know, man. CJ Stroud is going to have to show me. He's going to have to show me, man. Those receivers, he has some good receivers, and it's Woody Marks. You know what I mean? Like, that defense is good. And I think they can do some things, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think the experienced Aaron Rodgers may be able to get him there. And we need Tomlin to win that playoff game too. D'Amico Ryans is young with that team. The team, they made the playoffs last year. They got deep last year too, you know what I'm saying? So his job's not in jeopardy. CJ's young, got a little time. It would be nice to see Tomlin actually get past the first round and Aaron Rodgers kind of just shut everybody up talking about that shit all year. You know what I'm saying? That'd be kind of cool. I don't want to see them win the championship either, but it's good to see them win a round in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So for the wild card rounds, I got the Rams over the Panthers. I got the Bears over the Packers. I got the Bills over the Jags. I got the Philadelphia Eagles over the 49ers. I have the Patriots over the Chargers, but I'm going for the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? And I got the Pittsburgh Steelers over Houston. So you already know what's going on with that. College football playoff semifinal. We here, y'all. So it's been a long time coming. You know what I'm saying? We haven't really had our greatest successes in these college football playoffs over the years. But I'm excited to move on to this next round after doing what we did to Texas Tech. Everybody was talking so much shit about us in Texas Tech leading up to that game. I kind of felt like we did deserve to be in that top 4 seeds, but even though we weren't there, I'm not mad. I'm not mad because first of all the teams pretty much in there had that bye sitting around for a month, and they all lost except for Indiana. So last year, all the bye teams lost as well. You know what I mean? So it's not a good thing to have that bye necessarily. And if you're the 5 seed, you get the worst. You get the 12 seed. So you get the worst team that actually made it into the playoffs. So that wasn't the worst. We played James Madison. Got to warm up against them. And then, after getting the experience in the playoffs, playing under the bright lights, showing out on offense, the defense was embarrassed a little bit because they let James Madison score 34 points to their 54. You know what I mean? They didn't play a complete game, and coach, as a good coach should, nailed it into the defense that we want to be great. We ain't gonna settle for James Madison scoring 34 points against us. We should have shut him out. You know what I mean? And the next week we did show that. People doubted us again because we let James Madison score. We lost to Indiana, so everybody kind of seems to forgot how we kind of rock. You feel me? So we actually walked into this game. It was it wasn't at Autzen. I'm lying. I was about to say that. We played James Madison in Autzen. But we played in Miami, neutral playing field, you know what I'm saying? Came out there and completely shut Texas Tech down. Texas Tech did have a good defense. That defensive line and those linebackers were outstanding. They were outstanding. They were really good. David Bailey, I wouldn't mind seeing that man in a Buccaneers uniform, even though he ain't got no swag, no socks, no arm sleeves, no nothing. It was really wacky, but that boy's a monster. Shit, vertical knocking balls down, sacking, pressures quarterback. If you leave your tackle on the island, 1-2 around him so fast, it's crazy. But that offense, man, whoever that quarterback was, Morton, their offense supposedly all season have been torching people in the Big 12. I don't know what happened against us, but bro is making all kind of mistakes. Interceptions, fumbling. Mateo stole the ball from him, trying to be me, took the ball away from the quarterback, and then took it to the house. But me, when I was young, I did it in Pop Warner, you feel me? I ran in, I read that shit, ran in there, the quarterback was about to hand the ball to the running back. I read that so good. I took the ball from the running back and the quarterback. I took the exchange, spun out of it, and housed that bitch. Was that actually... That might have been high school. That was high school. My bad. I was a legend. But anyways, yeah, we have what it takes to take it to the next level, man. We shut out Texas Tech, the mighty team, the mighty 4 seed that ran through the Big 12 that was supposed to put up, I don't know how many points against us. You know what I'm saying? And we shut all that shit down, and our offense looked good as well. Though it took some time because of how good their defensive line was. We try to run the ball and shit like that. Not all of our, but a lot of our passing plays, since our receivers have been hurt, have been a lot of screens. You know what I'm saying? We wait a little bit to open it up downfield, then we take our shots. And our tight ends are usually who we take our shots to. But their defense was so good. Those linebackers were covering in zone. They would get to the ball. fly to the ball, gang tackle, not let anybody get any yak, and that's what it took to shut our offense down. But Dante Moore was able to do enough, make enough plays to get us up out of there. I think we won 24-0. Let me just make sure. I think it was the first shutout in a bowl game since like 1935 or some crazy shit like that. Let me see what we won. Yeah, we won 23-0. We was putting up points. Shout out to Atticus Sappington making those NFL level kicks. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter where we are. If we're on the other side of the field, of the other team's field, within maybe 50 yards, Atticus can knock that shit down. A lot of college kickers can't do that, and that's a weapon for us because, you know, we have big play potential all over the field. So we make one or two big plays and get in field goal range, that's points automatic. But we want to score touchdowns and we want to take the reins. We want to punish our opponents and beat them into submission pretty much. I don't know if we'll be able to do that against Indiana moving on, you know what I'm saying? Because they are a really good team. We played against them once. They beat us at Autzen. But I think Mendoza had his lowest QBR, quarterback rating, in that game out of everybody they played that season. I think Dante Moore had his worst game of the season against them. He's played against them now, and he's grew since that game. I was in Mexico, hella mad, bro. I was watching that game in Mexico, talking hella shit, trying to find a bar in Mexico to put the game on. And I finally got it on just to watch us lose. It was just the nuttiest shit. But I think we learned from that loss, and I think we're ready for the physicality that they bring. You know what I mean? I think it's time for us to show it. Fernando Mendoza, you had a great run, my kid, but Dante Moore is really QB1. Everybody wants to talk about the undefeated team, but you know what I'm saying? You barely beat Penn State. It took a miracle throw in the back of the end zone for you guys to even beat Penn State without Drew Aller. Like, come on now. Come on now. What are we really talking about? And you guys didn't smack us. You guys have been talking like you smacked us. You smacked Alabama. You know what I'm saying? You smacked Alabama. You beat Ohio State. But we're not Ohio State. We're more physical. We're more ready. Our defense is bigger. Defensive line got something for that offensive line. Your running backs were able to bounce through the holes on Alabama, but we got something for that. I can't wait till the game. The game's on Friday. You guys, of course, better tune in. It's going to be a big one. I'm getting surgery too that day. You guys pray for me. I'm getting my port taken out. You hear me? What side is it on? Can y'all see it? Can y'all see that right there? It's like a little port that I got in my chest. It kind of goes all the way up into my neck, like area over there from the cancer treatments. I'm getting that shit taken out. Almost my 2.5 year anniversary from being in remission. So shout out that. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully they can get me out of the way before the game starts. I think the game starts at 4:30, 5:30, something like that. So I'll be there, ready, Skodux. Everybody knows what's good. The other games that are going to be going on, we have, Miami beat Ohio State. So they're moving on to play Ole Miss. Ole Miss actually beat up on Georgia, which was crazy. That quarterback, Childress, Tenderness, whatever Brett's name is over there at Ole Miss, he's good. Staying another year, he's gonna come out. Next year's draft class is supposed to be crazy. That's why Dante Moore might come out this year just to make some money, because next year Drew Aller, it's gonna be all kinds high. Well, Ty Simpson may stay too, but Arch Manning will probably come out. There'll be a lot of people coming out next year to make the waves a little rockier for him. But yeah, shout out to Ole Miss, shout out to Indiana, shout out to Oregon, shout out to Miami for beating all the teams that be winning all the championships. Texas Tech don't be winning shit. But Ohio State, way to knock them out and not go back to back. Way to knock out Alabama, the niggas that were winning all the championships. And Georgia too, they'll be winning all the championships. It's good to get them knocked out and for somebody new to be winning. Miami, you know, they've been winning. They haven't won since 2001 though. Back in the old U days. You know what I mean? So it's some good programs out here, deserving programs out here. Ole Miss going through the coaching change, Lane Kiffin leaving them to go to LSU and them still doing what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? At Ole Miss, some of the players staying. That's beautiful, man. It's beautiful because this portal right now is crazy. I think everybody from Iowa State Cyclones, when their coach got hired over at Penn State, he took 19 players. Shit is crazy. This portal shit is nuts. You it's good to see the teams that recruited so well in the past that everybody wanted to go to because they won all the national championships, them being out, and the parity we see. The Ducks were trying to win our first national championship ever. You know what I'm saying? So if we get past Indiana and get past whoever wins out of Miami and Ole Miss, I hope it's Ole Miss, because I don't want Mario Cristobal to do anything good after he left us high and dry and went to Miami and took all the recruits. I'll never forget that. So I would say I want to play you guys in the championship and smack y'all in the championship with Carson Beck, his 6-year senior, just because you did us dirty. You did us dirty, Mario. But I don't even want you guys to get the chance. You know what I mean? So I'll take Chambliss and Ole Miss, please. Put them on the docket. You know what I'm saying? No hate. If you guys get there, we'll and then we get there too. Knock on wood. I ain't gonna say we definitely gonna get there, but if we meet y'all there, I'll be ready to see y'all in Miami. But if not, I wouldn't be mad if y'all lost. You feel me? But the college football football playoff has been great for me. I've loved this shit, man. You guys already know how I'm rocking with Oregon. I'm always in this college shit, talking about college. And for us to get where we are this year after last year going undefeated and losing after that bye to Ohio State, I was hurt. My heart. And for us to actually get to play a game and not have a bye and to actually win 2 games already and be in the semifinal, one more game and we're in the national championship, guys. So hope you guys are watching on Friday. Hope you guys got your green and yellow on. Holla Skodux for me one time. And let's go, Dante. Show them what you got, brother. What else in sports do we got before we get into some pop culture? NBA check-in, man. My Nuggets, man. That's all I'm gonna really talk about right now. My Nuggets, man. We outside. You guys know we're injured. If you watch the basketball, if we watch, that's my motto. That's my motto right now. We outside, because that's what the Nuggets. That's what we're doing right now. We had 7 injured players at one point. Well, not 7 injured players. We had 7 people out. We were on a road trip right now. Of course, you guys know about Jokic being hurt. 4 weeks with the hyperextended knee. Cam Johnson had a knee bone bruise, gonna be out 4 weeks. Valanciunas has a calf. He's gonna be out 4 weeks. Christian Brown has already missed 6 weeks. Aaron Gordon already missed about 6-7 weeks. Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown are coming back, but while they were out and we were on our road trip, we haven't having to play with the super duper deep bench, and it's been crazy. Spencer Jones, let me know if you heard of these players before. Spencer Jones, Peyton Watson, Najee Harris, Jalen Pickett, hey man, who else? De'Aaron Holmes, Curtis Spencer, Hunter Tyson, and Julian Strother. You heard any of those names before? Well, you probably heard of Bruce Brown, right? Yeah. We've been injured as fuck this year after starting off real hot. And it's been crazy. Of course, the West is super tight all the time. So not having Jokic, of course, you guys know how it is with Jokic. He is the Nuggets, basically. In the past, without him, not even without him playing, with him on the bench, our team will have a big ass lead, and they'll go down, in the fourth quarter because Jokic was sitting on the bench. Like shit like that. When we had Michael Porter Jr. it was just the downfall of the Denver Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy. We had no backup for Jokic ever. Jamal was always hurt. It was just a lot. But this year it all came together. We had quality backups for trading Michael Porter. Of course, we had Cam Johnson, Tim Hardaway Jr., Bruce Brown, Valanciunas, all these players that were there contributing and making big plays to help us maintain the top 2 or 3 seed for the majority of the beginning of the season. Then the injuries started coming, and they start coming in abundance. But it's not about that. I already told you who all got hurt. It's more so about the team right now and how they're playing. They're playing like they got rent money due. You know what I'm saying? Peyton Watson is playing out of his mind. He is a free agent at the end of the season. So, he is playing for a new contract or just to show out to be somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Who else is playing out of their mind? Jalen Pickett, a 5-year senior. out of Penn State that we picked up to play deep off the bench, played for the Grand Rapids most of his career. That's our G League team in Denver. Him stepping up and being our backup point guard. Bruce Brown can't really dribble, you know what I mean? So, or create for himself. But Jalen Pickett being a pure point guard, being able to get to his spots, dish the ball, make the three now, step back threes. You know what I'm saying? With 7 starters out one game on this road trip, we beat a starting, the whole starting team of the Philadelphia 76ers. It was nuts. We took the Cavaliers down to the wire. I think Eric Gordon and Bruce Brown played that game, but no Jokic, no Valanciunas, no Cam Johnson. And then we played. Who else did we play? We got smacked when we played Michael Porter Jr. in Brooklyn, but we just played the Celtics today, and we had a lot of our players back, but we didn't have Cam Johnson, Jokic, or Valanciunas, and we went wire to wire with the Celtics. They were missing, of course, Tatum, but you know, they've been on a 8-game winning streak, one of the winningest teams in the NBA at this moment. So for us to go in there with all the confidence in the world, Spencer Jones making threes, Tim Hardaway's balling, almost a 30 ball for P. Watt, Jamal Murray 21 and 17 assists. It's just crazy. We're playing on another level without our superstar, giving him quality rest, showing that we can be something without Jokic. So when he does come back, shit's gonna get ugly for people. OKC out here losing to the Charlotte Hornets, almost losing to the Jazz. You know what I'm saying? That strong run at the beginning of the season, trying to get in first place by a whole bunch and win every game, it's gonna catch up to him. It really is. It really is gonna catch up to him. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens for the rest of the season. Jokic is getting closer to coming back. Maybe he can rest even a little bit more, or take his time getting healthy with the kind of effort these boys are playing. Because once everybody comes back, a lot of these players are gonna have super deep bench rolls, and not really touch the court anymore. But I'm just really proud of Zeke Naji because he was close to being out the door. We re-signed him for 3 years, $33 million, and everybody was like, what the fuck we do that for? In this stretch right now, he's showing his ass, Paul. So he's doing his thing, boy. And if you know who Zeke Naji is, if you don't know who he is, watch some Nuggets basketball if you can. It's great, man. A lot of times when everybody's starters are out, you're expected to lose, and the team that doesn't have their starters usually is okay with not putting in the most effort and losing the game. We put in that effort, boy. It's incredible. It's incredible to see. And I'm happy for the Nuggets right now. Everybody else in the West, who cares? Everybody else in the East, I'm sorry. We ain't talking about that right now. We'll talk about some other basketball later. But watch out for them Nuggets, boy. We win another championship. You bet that. Bet that. But let's take a little commercial break here. I'm going to drink some water. I'm about to get a little parched I can see in the camera. And we got Critic Choice Awards to talk about. And I want to talk about some movies. And I didn't talk about the Doomsday trailers. I forgot last time. The Doomsday trailers are dropping 4 of them, one before every Avatar, Fire and Ash, blah, 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 blah. I saw Fire and Ash. I even did a review, and I didn't even talk about the trailers. But I'll talk about that and a lot more from Cinema Corner and Pop Culture when we come back. It's the Best of Bias podcast. Second podcast of the new year. Yeah, we'll be right back. And we are back. What's up, everybody? It's the Best of Bias podcast. Thank you for coming back and click and play again. And if you didn't leave, hey, I fucks with you. Let's get into some pop culture real quick here, man, because I know the last couple of months has not been really pop culture heavy. We've been in the sports. We've been in the mud with it. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking a lot of sports, but we definitely do got some things to talk about. Because it's award season, you feel me? A lot of movies, a lot of TV shows that I do watch and review for y'all. So this is kind of time for me to talk about what deserves and not deserves, in my opinion. You feel me? So Critics Choice Awards were this past, I don't know if it was, I forgot what day it was of the week, but it just passed. And a lot of the biggest TV shows, a lot of the biggest movies of 2025 have been given up for awards, and some people have won awards, and let's talk about it. Me personally, I don't really pay too much attention to the Critic Awards, but this year I did a little bit because, you know, a lot of good movies that were close to my heart came out, and I'm waiting to see what they win. Oscars is usually the big shebang for me, and it tells me what movies have been good hold on, let me move this along. I don't like how that thing is so close to everything. Down, maybe. But yeah, Let's see. Oscars is usually the say all be all, top notch award to let you know, it's the Grammys of the movies and TV shows. You know what I'm saying? But, does the Oscars give awards to TV shows? Maybe that's what the Critic Awards actually encompasses the TV shows as well. But anyways, without further ado, let's talk about some of the winners, at least some of the people, or interesting winners in my eyes. You know what I mean? Starting with film. Best Picture went to one battle after another. Yeah, I like that. If you guys listened to the last episode, this one was probably number 3 in my top 25 movies of 2025. So I'm not mad at it. A lot of people really love this movie. It was good. It was a masterpiece, man. From filming to acting to plot and story, the dynamicism. It was crazy. Cinematic, this year a lot of people got back into the theaters, man. A lot of these blockbusters were really good and paid off, especially when you're out there paying like $25 to see IMAX nowadays. A lot of these movies paid off. So one battle after another was really good. Shout out to Tiana Taylor. She did her thing in there. Of course, Leo, everybody else that was in the movie. It was good. Best Director, Paul Thomas Anderson. Shout out you. One battle after another. One Best Director and one Best Picture for that. Best Actor. This one was a little controversial. Because Timothée Chalamet is my nigga. I fucks with Timothy. But Best Actor for Marty Supreme. That shit came out a week ago, 2 weeks ago. How in the world is he winning Best Actor for that? How do the critics even get to watch that shit and have it marinate for long enough for you to give him Best Actor off the bat like that? I get it. He's a good actor, great actor. He's part of the next generation that's gonna be great. But Michael B. Jordan played 2 people. 3 if you add the vampire. You know what I mean? That movie was incredible. If you know me, I don't like timepieces. I'll probably watch that shit tonight. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? That shit was incredible. And for Michael B. Jordan, hey, if it's anybody to beat him, Timothée Chalamet, I fucks with it. But come on, bro. That's really ridiculous. It just came out. So, I don't know. Let's see. For Best Actress, we had Jessie Buckley from Hamnet. I didn't even know that came out yet. I haven't seen it, but you guys tell me. Hamnet is the Hamlet movie. I think Shakespeare and shit. We had Best Supporting Actor goes to Jacob Elordi, Jacob Elordi in Frankenstein, the Netflix one. The critics just love Jacob Elordi. I know. Ever since fucking was it Euphoria? They've been on his nuts pretty tough. It was cool. He did a good job because he was in prosthetics and the costume, and I didn't even know that was him, to be 100% honest. But Best Supporting I guess. Best Supporting Actress, we have Amy Magdigan, it says, from Weapons. She played Aunt Gladys. She did her thing in that. I ain't gonna lie. She did her thing as Aunt Gladys. I wanted Aunt Gladys to get got throughout that whole movie. And the payoff at the end, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, it was great. And they're gonna have a prequel of Gladys too, so we'll get to see how she became the way she was, why she fucking with people doing voodoo and sucking the souls of people, you know what I'm saying, before she got her face torn off by some little kids. But shout out to her, that was great. But that was film. For TV, we had Best Drama Series, The Pitt. I haven't seen The Pitt. I want to watch The Pitt so bad, but it's just, I don't know if I'm ready for the drama, bro. I don't know if I'm ready for the graphic hospital scenes. You know what I'm saying? Especially with me being in the hospital a lot recently. I'm not ready for that kind of shit, man. I am not the toughest motherfucker when it comes to a whole bunch of blood and guts being shown. So I don't know if I'm ready for The Pit, but I'll probably start that real soon because it can't win this many awards and me not watch it. But yeah, Best Drama Series, The Pit, it's on HBO Max. Best Actor, Noah Weil, the main character on The Pit. So I'm telling you, it must be good. Best Actress, Rhea Seehorn for Pluribus. This is another one. This shit just came out, and the finale was at least 2 weeks ago. It was a cliffhanger I think it was a quick little 8-9 episodes. Help me understand, guys. Please help me understand. Pluribus, what's the deeper meaning? I get it. The first 2 episodes were cool, but after a whole 3 episodes of her monologuing by herself, her just walking around like it was fucking Zombieland, there's nobody around, just her realizing herself and realizing she's not as good of a person as she thinks she is, not as self-righteous as she thinks she is. I don't know. I don't know, man. It is cool. I get it. I get it. It's the dude that brought you X-Files, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. Was it Vince Gillen? You know what I'm saying? I get it. It's shot. I will give it that it's shot really, 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 really well. But bruh, I'm just really confused. Am I dumb for not understanding why people think it's the best show that's been ever made? I feel like I'm the dumbest motherfucker in the world for not getting it. But I was just bored. I was bored. Now, everybody has the right to opinion, and I'm not wrong for thinking that way. I don't think I am at all. But I really genuinely want to understand. I really do want to understand how people herald it so high. And I watched every single one. I'm telling you. From beginning to end, every Friday I was there. Maybe even the night before, bro. But shout out to her, though. She acted her ass off. I don't want to take anything away from her. She was amazing in the show. It was just the plot of the show I didn't understand. But she won Best Actress, so, you know what I'm saying? I guess it doesn't have to do with the plot of the show. She was just acting her ass off in it. What we get? Best Supporting Actor, Tremel Tillman. I didn't put what they were from. Let me see, Tremel Tillman. Let me see. I gotta look it up, chat. I can't do that. Tillman. Tremel Tillman. Oh, of course. That's why I can't do that. That's my nigga. Tremel Tillman from Severance. Of course. Yeah, how to do the dance? He hit that shit in Severance, bruh. Severance was, man. Apple TV Plus, I have to give you your kudos right now because when I got you guys, it's a godsend. There were so many shows and series that I haven't watched in your catalog that I was able to run through, and everything you guys are dropping right now has been amazing. Severance, catching up on that and watching the next season of Severance has been cool. And shout out Tremel, man. I'm sorry for not knowing your name off rip, and I didn't type where you were from with it, so it kind of tripped me out. But I need to see my brother in more shit. I was actually gonna try to be him for Halloween, but I opted for something else. I forgot I was Smoke from Sinners. Go check it out. It's on my Instagram if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, shout out Tremel, man. That's my fault. And then Best Supporting Actress was Catherine Lunasa. I know this person too, and I just didn't write where they're from. Damn, I'm sorry, y'all. Catherine Lunasa. Where is she from? Oh, Catherine from The Pit. I haven't seen The Pit, so I mean, hey, awards on awards on awards. Shout out The Pit. Catherine Lunasa, Best Supporting Actress. In the comedy section, we had Best Comedy Movie, The Naked Gun. It must have been a really, really, really slow time for comedy movies. I don't know if comedy movies are even a genre anymore. What happened to those movies? But, yeah, The Naked, that shit was silly as fuck. What? Yeah, there must have been nothing. I feel like comedies don't even get budgeted by movie companies anymore. That's why they don't ever come out. Like, Naked Gun. Like, what? The old ones, maybe. This shit? Liam Neeson's? What the hell, Liam Neeson's? That's crazy. Best Comedy Series, The Studio. That shit was good. Seth Rogen giving us an introspective view of how it is on the movie studios and behind the scenes and making movies and shit, how actors really act and put us in situationally, seeing what goes on behind the scenes and actually having the actors act as actors acting. Feel me? Like Martin Scorsese, a whole bunch of different directors were in there acting as themselves, but acting. Shout out to Zoe Kravitz. Shout out to Dave Franco. Shout out to everybody in the show, man. That shit was hilarious. Seth Rogen actually won an award for best actor in the show, which I think was a kind of a cheat code because basically, well, in pretty much all his movies, he's just himself, and he's actually, I think he directs himself now, and he acts, of course. So he was just basically showing his life behind the scenes at movies, added with some extra drama in it. So it was good. Shout out comedies right now, man. Make a comeback, bro. We need y'all. I know it's kind of in this political climate, it's kind of hard to be a comedian and get shit off. But I remember 2000s comedy movies used to be crazy as fuck. The Scary Movies of the world, Not Another Teen Movie, The New Guy, just shit like that used to be too fucking funny. White Chicks. But now everybody's super sensitive. I feel sorry for the kids nowadays. They're not gonna have any comedies anywhere near as close to funny as those. Like Scary Movie 2 was so fucking funny. Quoting that movie till this day. To this day. What else we got? We're still in comedies. For best actress, we had Jean Smart from Hacks. Haven't seen Hacks, but I heard it's pretty popular. If it's still around now, yeah, it's been around for a while. Best supporting actor, we have Ike Barinholtz from The Studio. This fool is so funny. Every time he's in a movie, I know he's gonna have a scene or two that's gonna be fucking hilarious. You know what I'm saying? He be saying the weirdest shit. His comedic, like, movement just be hella funny. He looks hella unassuming. Him and the guy, his name is fucking slipping my mind. The bald white guy from Hot Tub Time Machine. This guy and him are just low-key super funny, and they're like in almost every fucking show and comedy show and movie. Just hilarious in all of them. But shout out him. And of course, best supporting actress, Janelle James from Abbott Elementary, the principal, Eve. She is fucking hilarious. Congratulations. I'm happy that everybody sees. Sometimes, because people think my sense of humor is kind of dry sometimes. They think I got dad jokes and I be on some other shit. But, bruh, I think my sense of comedy is incredible. And a lot of the comedians I like, people like low-key too. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that it takes a rocket scientist to know and realize how funny Janelle James is. She is incredible. She's doing all kind of voice acting too for cartoons and animated things too. So shout out her. Would love to see her. Of course, do more Abbott, do other comedic roles, serious roles. Shout out to her, man. That's incredible. Shout out to her, Janelle. And then Variety, we had Best Animated with South Park, still doing its thing. They recently got a bag to keep making their show and keep making fun of people and keeping it real out here because people need their comedy right now, especially in a crazy-ass political climate with a whole bunch of shit going on. Prayers out to the people in Minnesota. The lady got shot by an ICE agent in clear day, and we all saw that video online, and shit's just happening all over the world right now, bro. Again, this is not a political podcast, but I do like to let you guys know when shit's going on because when you step outside, man, I want y'all to be safe and aware of all the shit that's going on. And hey, in a crazy way, South Park is doing that, and they've been doing it for years, not giving a fuck what anybody. Sorry, I keep fidgeting with this because it's weird that this shit's like in my chin area. Like when the video, I don't want that shit to be fucking up and covering up my new shade. You feel me? But we need South Park, man. Protect them boys at all costs. Keep keeping it real. Keep giving people comedy and spaces to laugh, but be aware at the same time. Not afraid to hurt feelings, man. I've been watching South Park since I was a kid. Y'all remember that South Park movie with all the songs in it? Bro, that shit can never be on TV today. Never be on TV today. Shout out them boys, man. Congratulations on the win. Best animated feature, K-pop Demon Slayers. I'm never gonna watch it because I don't do musicals, but I do watch anime. I do watch animated shit. Shout out to them, man. They've been making waves all over, man. People love it. Been keeping people's kids busy for months and months. Hopefully for another year. I'm sure they're gonna do plenty more of those movies after the success of that movie. So I'm sure they'll be make plenty more. And I'm loving how K-pop is not only taking over teenagers, it's making its way into the catalogs of little tiny children and getting them obsessed. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but again, it's somewhere right now keeping somebody's kid busy while their parents is and handling some tasks, playing video games or something, just getting some peace and quiet. So shout out to them for that alone. What else we got? Best variety series, and this is somebody that's been around for a minute. Last week tonight, I forgot bruh's name, but shout out him. He's another nigga, another dude that's out there in the comedy world, letting us know what's going on politically. Like the political version of Taj.0. I forgot bro's name. But he's been doing this shit since I was in college, bro. I was in I think business marketing, and our teacher used to show us clips of his TV show before class started, just to give us a little bit of what's going on in the world, and just ideas of how to present political information, marketing information in a fun way. This man, he's epic. He's still around. I don't know if he's still on Comedy Central, but another guy that's not afraid to tell you how it is, even though he's not American anyway, so he probably don't give a fuck about what shit he talks about American politics. But he's still around doing his thing, and I think it's on HBO. That's on HBO. Yeah, I think it's on HBO. But yeah, best variety series. Shout out him. Special mention, of course, I had to get into these. Best young actor, Miles Canton, young preacher boy from Sinners. Amazing job, my boy. His singing, his instrumentation, being able to play the guitar, his acting for it to be his first big role. He did an amazing job. Can't wait to see a lot more from the young man. Shout out to him. And best casting and ensemble went to Sinners as well. That cast was amazing. From Delroy Lindo to, of course, Michael B. Jordan, to who else was in that thing? I don't really know a lot of the other names. Miles Canton. Ryan Coogler, he even told everybody while the movie was being promoted that he took his time in every aspect of the movie, from actors, because I think he wrote and produced, directed, all that shit. So he picked the actors, he picked the musicians, he picked everybody in this movie that he wanted to bring his vision to life, and he did such a good job doing it. I'm just happy that everybody was able to see that. Though they're getting the little awards here, didn't win Best Actor, no supporting actor, nothing like that. I think they're saving all those big awards for the Oscars and giving these guys their time to shine right now. But they better. And then Tech Awards, Best Original Screenplay, of course, went to Ryan Coogler for the Sinners movie. I just had to throw in those last 3 awards there because, I think in the Oscar season, they'll get a lot more of the attention they deserve for the movie. But again, they just try to give these awards to the people that did some shit recently that may not win at the Oscars, their little time to shine. But Sinners, they was in the building, showed up and showed out. And of course, when it's time to take home them gold boys, Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan and company will be up there all day accepting all the awards. So hold your heads, boys. And shout out to Critic Choice Awards. Plenty of winners. Shout out everybody who didn't win that was just nominated. Thank you guys for providing for us for all 2025, man. It's crazy. You guys do it perfectly. How you layer the shows in the fall, summer, just a block of shows and movies on all the time to keep us entertained and keep us talking and keep us in the circle. I mean, though we need to go outside and touch grass sometimes, the movie industry, TV industry, they've been through a lot in the last couple of years, and they've been, providing for us for a whole bunch of years now, man. Just because we know the inner workings of it now doesn't mean we can't appreciate it for what it is. And we don't want it to go nowhere. We don't want, Hollywood can possibly get moved to other states and kind of spread the, money and movie making ability. I'm not mad at that, but we still need Hollywood, and we still need actors and movie, film, and the people that work in the industry, to provide this service, because it's amazing. And it provides so much for not only content creators, just for the casual consumer who uses TV shows and movies to take the stress off of the crazy ass world, like I mentioned, you know what I'm saying? All the way down to the people that put on these sports, you know what I'm saying? Watching Lakers up here getting beat by the Spurs, but that's all for the Critic Choice Awards. Lastly, before we get out of here, let me talk about these Doomsday trailers, because I forgot about that last time. How y'all feeling about Doomsday? I think it's coming out November 16th, if I'm not mistaken, 2026 this year. A little down the road, but how y'all feeling? Y'all see these trailers? You see these trailers? We already saw who was going to be in the movie with that little scene where you saw Robert Downey Jr. sitting in front of all the chairs with all the names on it. So there's already speculation about who's going to be in the movie. Me personally, I'm ready to stop hearing about it, because the more and more we get hyped for the movie, the more and more they feel they have to give away. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't need to know off the bat that the X-Men were going to be in the movie. You know what I'm saying? We didn't need to necessarily know off the bat every single detail, who was going to be fighting who. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to know the runtime of the movie. We don't need all that yet. We don't. It's like they're gonna give away every sequence of what's gonna happen before it comes out. I know they like to mislead people a lot and just say some shit's gonna happen and that shit not happen. But I just want to be surprised. I want to be 100% surprised. I don't know. I don't want to know what Robert Downey Jr. is gonna do. I don't want to know what Doom is gonna do. I know the comic book's out there and we kind of know what's gonna happen. The plot, the overall general, you know, idea of what's gonna happen. But the fact that shit keeps getting leaked about, oh, this person's in this costume. This person's gonna be fighting this person. This is what this is gonna be about. Oh, this person's gonna take this person's girl. This person's gonna have to fight. Nah, we don't want to. Enough. But the trailers, though, they've been amazing. We see Steve Rogers in the first one. He's rolling up on his motorcycle. I think this is assuming this is the life that when he left, and gave the shields to Anthony Mackie. Why am I forgetting his name right now? Yeah, and he went to go live his life out with Peggy. We see him at his house with a little child in his hands, and he's kind of rocking the child and looking at the child. And it was like Steve Rogers is going to be in Avengers Doomsday. He returns for Avengers Doomsday. And then the second one, I think it's the one with Thor. It's just kind of like somber because, Thor is always the happy-go-lucky, jokey movies, kind of recently. So after this last Love and Thunder, after he got love, after Gore, I think his name was Gore got defeated and died, Thor pretty much adopted Love, which was his daughter, and she got powers and shit. And she had a kid too. And it was kind of this talking about how he's failed so many times, but now is the time where he wants to, redeem himself and get back in the good graces, because he kind of gave up Asgard. And after the events of Infinity War and Endgame, he, in Thor Ragnarok, Asgard was destroyed, so all the Asgardians are living at New Asgard now. We kind of need Thor back. Loki's out of the picture, kind of holding all the multiverses together. The world's in need of Thor again, man. Step up and be the leader. You did all your bullshit sitting on the side, trying to find love, partying, chilling with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now it's time to be Thor again. We need you, bro. So Thor's returning in Doomsday. And then the third one, what was the third one? Oh, of course, the X-Men. We had Professor X talking about sacrifice, I believe, something like that. And it was just kind of showing the X-Men mansion, Xavier's mansion. Nobody was in it, but then we get a scene of Cyclops kind of shooting his lasers out his eyes from the punch dimension, if you guys didn't know. And I think you see a Sentinel walking in the background. And it says the X-Men are returning for Doomsday, man. We're excited. I'm excited to see the X-Men, especially the ones that were rumored to be in it. Of course, Gambit, Channing Tatum. We got the Nightcrawler coming back. Mystique is coming back. I think Professor Xavier, Magneto, Cyclops, Wolverine, of course. And I think Beast is going to be in it, if I'm not mistaken. All of them are going to be in it. And then we also had, it was, I don't know if anybody else from X-Men. I don't know if we're going to get Storm, because they saying they were having hard times kind of pulling everybody in and sketching out time for everybody. So I don't know necessarily if Storm Halle Berry is going to be in it, but we're supposed to definitely get Cyclops, Gambit, and all the others discussed. And then the fourth and final trailer, it was Wakanda. We have M'Baku and Shuri. We saw a little snippet of Namor, and they're walking in the desert, and they go and meet up with Ben Grimm, the Thing, and then M'Baku introduces himself, and then he says, "Oh, I'm M'Baku," and then he says, "Oh, I'm Ben Grimm," and they introduce themselves, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, the Wakandans, what is it? The Wakandans and the Fantastic Four are returning for Avengers Doomsday." So those 4 trailers were all little snippets and kind of teasers and kind of information that we kind of already knew. But for the fact that we had that clip of Cyclops shooting the lasers out of his eyes, and then we had M'Baku meeting the Fantastic Four, having the Wakandans and the Fantastic Four crossover, the first family actually entering the MCU. That's really exciting. I'm really excited to see the movie. But again, hey, bro, no more spoilers, because we kind of already know. It kind of seems like Dr. Doom is collecting the Infinity Stones of kids About to go steal Steve Rogers' son. Probably gonna steal Love. Gonna go over there and steal Franklin Richards. And I don't know. I mean, we heard that Damson Idris is coming back as the black, or not coming back, but taking over for my guy Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. So I don't know if he's going to be Black Panther's son that's going to grow up later, or if he's actually going to be T'Challa from alternate universe. But I don't know how a kid is going to be related to the Wakandans. Well, I guess the Fantastic Four have a kid, so that's where they're going to get that kid. But we're going to see, man. I'm excited to see it. I am looking forward to seeing Wonder Man. I don't know if it's going to connect at all, but MCU, man. Fantastic Four was cool. Everybody liked Thunderbolts a lot. I am a big pet peeve person when it comes to, okay, yeah, friendship. We win by the powers of friendship. The hug. Let's give Sentry a hug, and maybe, the void will go away. Yeah. Keep all that. And Fantastic Four, I like Fantastic Four better than Thunderbolts, but again, it wasn't super actiony like these other superhero movies are. It was kind of more so about actually the first family with them having powers, and we haven't really seen shit like that kind of in MCU. So it is kind of is what it is, but I'm excited to see everything that the MCU is going to put out leading up until then. Hopefully Wonder Man, hopefully he does something good in that. I don't really know who Wonder Man is. I haven't read the comics, but I'm excited to see what that's about. What I am watching now, I'm watching, what am I watching right now? Oh, Fallout. Yeah. I'm at Fallout episode 4, man. Still trying to, get through it. Season 1 was amazing. Season 2 is still pretty good, but it's one of those shows I think that is taking a lot from the game this time, in this season. I can tell there's like hella significant and Easter eggy stuff in the show from the game that I wish I fucking knew about. But hey, the season's pretty good, man. I'm watching that. I'm watching JoJo, The Adventures of JoJo? What is it? The Misadventure JoJo? The anime? That shit's intense as fuck, man. And I'm watching Homeland, man. At season 5 out of 8 of Homeland. Carrie is crazy as hell. Why didn't y'all tell me that Carrie is fucking crazy as shit? Sal always getting himself into shit, bro. I know Brody's gonna come back. Y'all ain't gotta tell me, but I know Brody ain't really dead, bro. There's no way there's 8 seasons of Homeland and there's only 2 seasons of Brody. Makes no sense. I saw him in the fucking promotion for Homeland forever, even after, the show was old. So there's no way it's 8 seasons without Brody and all of them. So not all of them, but like coming back in the remainder. But a lot of shit that I'm watching right now. If you're watching anything, type that shit down there in the bottom. Let me know what to watch, man. What should I watch? I am on a journey of watching older stuff, getting movies, get caught back up in the movie game. The next movie I'm going to watch is Taxi Driver. The next older movie. That's what I'm going to watch next. And I'll come back with a review, how I liked it and stuff like that. Cause that's on a lot of people's list as a classic. So I'm going to check that out. January 17th though, 16th. If y'all going to DreamCon, the last drop is going to be January 16th. This is kind of a promo for them. But hey, I would love to have a group out there with me. I know me, Deshaun, and Dijon is going again out there in Houston. We're going to be in the building. If you guys want to show up, show out, and support the RDC boys, all kind of streamers, Twitch streamers are going to be there. Last year, all of them are there. Anybody you name, I actually saw and was in close proximity with. I wasn't chopping it up with them, but I was around them, you know what I'm saying? So it's access to those people if you do want to chop it up with them this time. It's going to be an amazing event, man. Nothing went down. Anime, sports, good. It's a good music, tight ass after parties. Nothing went down at the after party. It was amazing. Amazing time, and I can't wait to go this year. So if you guys getting your tickets, get your tickets now because I'm about to get mine. But yeah. With that, that is the end of the podcast, man. I told you guys everything I wanted to tell y'all, but I hope you guys are having a good day. Y'all made my day better. You see, I lightened up a lot, man. At the beginning of the pod, I was kind of somber and kind of sad, bro. Like, I was really, really sad, but I am in a good place now. Thank y'all for everything. If you guys are looking for where to find me at, it's SAC_Lydell on the Instagram, Patrick_Lydell on the Snapchat. If you're looking for the best of Bias, because that's what you really need to be looking for, check it out on Instagram. New posts on Instagram, posting all kind of shit. I'm trying to do reaction videos now, so show you boys some love. Just trying to diversify the content. On the TikTok, Best of Bias, I'm on there too. show the page some love. And of course on the YouTube, like I said, hit the like, subscribe, comment, let your boy know how I'm doing. If you want to be on the pod, hit me up. I had some people recently looking to be on the pod, looking to try to work. So I'm all about it. I'm all about connections. There's big shit that I'm trying to do this year. 2026, I'm trying to turn up and get shit popping. So hopefully everybody is ready to turn up with me. Show up and show out, man. Every Friday we out here. We're going to try to really be really punctual this year. No more of that slipping shit. No more of the, I'm going to post it on Saturday, Sunday. No, we having Fridays. We're here bright and early Friday. Video might come out a little bit sooner, but you can always catch the audio and hear me chop it up audio version every Friday. I'm making sure I'm going to get that to y'all. So don't even trip about that. The video may take a little longer because I'm trying to get more video, get more intricate video for y'all. More clips, more pictures, more shit going on around here. I know y'all may get bored of just sitting me sitting here stationary and just kind of talking. But hey, bro, we trying. AKA always does a great job putting these videos together. You know, sitting here listening to me talk, I know I'll be fucking up a lot of shit. So for him to be able to fix me up and make me look good for y'all, I appreciate that. And I let him know every single time. So, you know what I'm saying? And we'll get a Patreon going soon. You know what I'm saying? People will donate to the cause because, you know, AKA, we get some new editing programs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit to make the show a lot better for 2026, man. So, yeah. Thank y'all for being here. Again, hey, love yourselves. Have a good weekend. Happy holidays. Happy New Year's. And hey, happy almost Valentine's Day. And it's almost my birthday soon, too. January 17th. So if y'all want to send me a gift or something, or just send me some love, man. If you want to give me a gift, go ahead and wish the Ducks well and hope we win the national championship. That'll be the best gift I ever received. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, y'all get up on out of here. It's the Best of Bias Podcast, episode 269 in the book, season 4. You know what we here for. Where that theme song at? It's right here. All right, thank you.
It's the best of Bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of Bias. Best of Bias.